I have not been able to stop smiling since I finished this book over the weekend. Up on your screen, Brat by Andrew McCarthy came out last week. I am looking forward to it being on the New York Times this week. I can't imagine that it's not going to go on there. It was so good. It was only 240 pages. I couldn't figure out why it went so fast. And then at the end, I'm like, oh my God, it was so quick, because he just covers that time period of when he was considered a brat packer. And for those of us who remember that, who grew up in the 80s and loved every single one of them, we are so happy that he wrote this book. I know I am, and you should be too. If you did not grow up in the 80s, you are not going to get it. I don't think, unless you like Weekend at Bernie's, but otherwise you're not going to get the love that we had for this man. So what did I do this weekend? I spent the weekend watching Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, Class, because I never saw that one. I did not watch Weekend at Bernie's again. I think once is enough for me. I know some of you like that movie a lot, but once is definitely enough for me. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his life and a little bit about the movies, but otherwise, you just have to read the book. It's just that good, and it's only going to take you a day or two. So if you knew him and loved him as much as I did, when I saw it come out, I was like, no way, because I read Rob Lowe's book. There was a lot of things that I knew already about. I read Demi Moore's book. Ali Sheedy should come out with a book. That would be amazing. I don't know how I would contain myself. Let's just go through this. He's the third of four boys. He grew up in Jersey. He went to NYU, and that's kind of where he got to go on auditions. Didn't really like the schoolwork so much. Already knew in high school that he wanted to be an actor. That's why he ended up going to drama school at NYU. But he was just so lucky. So lucky. I know he did a lot of hard work to get to where he got to, but it just seemed like in the book, like one thing happened, another thing happened, and he just had a lot of luck. So 1983, Class comes out with Jacqueline Bisset and Rob Lowe. So that's the first time he meets Rob Lowe. 1985, St. Elmo's Fire. That's the Brat Pack. We know and love every one of them. Demi, Ali, Mary, Emilio, Rob, Judd. That is where we get to know and love these actors. 1986 is Pretty in Pink with Molly Ringwald, who he goes into how she saved his career. You gotta read it. 1987, Mannequin. I also didn't watch this one because I did see that, and you really only need to see that once, with Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City. 1987, Less Than Zero. He met Robert Downey Jr. and Jamie Gertz, who I love. And then I remembered how much I loved Jamie Gertz. What a great movie. I rewatched some of it, parts of it. Didn't have time to rewatch all of it. Didn't have time in my weekend to watch all of it. But then in 1989, Weekend at Bernie's with Jonathan Silverman. He has never stopped acting. He now directs more than he acts, though. His son, Sam, also is an actor. I didn't realize he was directing a lot of the Blacklist shows. And so then he's with James Spader, who was also in a lot of these movies. And I didn't know that. Go get the book. If you are a Brat Pack fan, this has got to be on your list. So much fun. Go rewatch the movies too. I highly suggest it. St. Elmo's Fire. Oh my God. I love that movie so much. Pretty in Pink. So amazing. So happy I read it. Made such an awesome weekend for me. So until my next video.